don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the upgrade kit, it's what they are calling it, for the NewAge Constructicons. Now this is the framework for all the Constructicons to make Devastator. So this is how we're going to do this. I'm putting out this video first because I wish to ensure the fact that everybody gets to see exactly what you get in the combined mode. I do have the other two bots, whichever ones they are, Hook and Long Haul. I have those. I'll do those next. But we're going to jump ahead because, like I said, I figured everybody would want to see this first. So, break the tape here. It wants to acts like it wants to come out anyway. Alright. Empty box. Okay. So we get instructions here. Hey, front and back. Oh, it looks like the gun has batteries. I will not be using those. Sorry. Looks like the eyes have batteries too. So, let's see if I can figure out. LR66s. I don't have those. And that's for the head, and the gun takes LR41s. Alright, directions. This is what you get in the packaging, apparently. And it's not taped. It's not taped, so just open it right up, pull this thing out. Looks like we get a gun. Let me zoom in here so we can take us a good look at it. The handle does not apparently move. It measures in at 4 1/4. You can't see. 4 1/4 inches approximately. Width-wise, let's call it a 1/2 inch just to be safe. It's not quite that, but let's call it that. It looks like it's got sounds with it, and I guess that right there is the button. Yeah. Looks like an LED right there. So I think I saw in the directions you pull this off. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So let's take a look at the figure. Such as he is. Yeah, he's got eyes. It showed you could pull off the visor. I guess you can if you really wanted to. I don't care either way, so I'll just leave it on for now. Let's zoom in. Head sculpt is missing a little bit, but I think it's okay. He's frowning. A big empty spot right here. I guess this is where Long Haul is going to go. I don't much care for the color of this yellowish green plastic. It might be fine, it might be accurate, but I'm not digging it. Yeah. Okay. Hip skirts. Yep, individual hip skirts. Soft ratchets. Okay. I do like the silver, the chrome here. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to this. So here's what we're going to do. Measuring in at just shy of 7 inches. Width-wise on this bad boy is just about 3 1/2. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, that moves in and out. Does it come up or down? It does not appear to. He's got an ab crunch though. Okay. Alright. Does this come off? I'm afraid to do too much to it. Things have a tendency to fall off on this set. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to transform the Constructicons into their individual modes, and I'll show you how to put them into the mode you need to put them on Devastator, and then I'll show you putting on. We'll do scale comparison and then go into final thoughts. So we're going to start out real quick with Scrapper, and he's in his scoop mode here. We're going to follow the directions you see right here. It doesn't take much. So, looking at the directions as I do this, we take old Scrapper, we push this down this way, This comes up like this. These come out, rotate down, out, rotate down. And there is a depression right here where this little post right here is going to go into, so I suppose that's going to make it stable, hopefully. Alright, what next? Actually, that's it. The next thing we do is we separate these two things and we connect it. This reminds me of Combiner Wars, the way that it connects. Connects it here, connects here, and there is the leg on. Alright, so let's take this opportunity and move on to the next leg. So Mixmaster's got a little bit more going on, 9 different steps you can see here. So let's get into it. Alright, you take your Mixmaster figure and you extend the legs here. Try and keep them, you know, level. There's a bit right here you got to get out. It's not the easiest thing in the world, I have discovered, to get out, but you can do it. Pull this up so that it's kind of like that. Alright, open this up and we're going to collapse that back down into there, and that's just going to kind of set right there for now. Coming to the legs here, what we want to do is bring these up, and these bits are going to tab in right here. Okay, but before we get to that, we need to come here and get these little flap thingies out. Not these little flap thingies. There we go. Just go ahead and save yourself some headache and pull them out now. Pull out your little toe pieces here for the front. Alright, and that's basically all the prep work you got to do. Now, we need to bend the legs so that this bit comes down, this bit comes up and connects here the way that it should. And it'll fight you, but that's okay, because in the end it will do it. You just got to kind of show it who's boss. There, like that. Okay, this bit comes in, plugs in right here like that. These come around the back. These are your heel spurs, and here is your toe spur. Just like that right there. Now, that's how it's supposed to look. We bring in Devastator, and he has a pin here, and it's a pressure clip, and a pressure clip right here, and a regular clip. Pressure clip's going to go in here, regular clip's going to go in there, and it just plugs in, just like that. And now he's got 2 legs. Let's move on. Why don't we do hook next? So hook is not the most complex way to get in here, but it is. It does require a little finesse. Now I know I haven't done a review on him or long haul, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to connect them now. So, getting the directions out of the way again, here's your figure. Alright, we need to open this up, and this is going to slide some way or another. Yeah, it's on a slider right here. And I have to tell you, there's a screw in here. I had to loosen that screw to be able to do this. Just be mindful. Next, we pull him apart like this, bring him his hands up and closed, bring them around, and this will plug in right here, like this. Alright. Now you'll notice that this does not line up the way you think it should, and unfortunately there's not really anything you can do about that. Before you connect these together, there's a connection port right here that will plug in right there as well. Just helps keep everything stable. There you go. push that all the way to the side, otherwise you won't be able to get Devastator's head in there correctly. First time I tried it, it was not pretty. Now we bring in Devastator. And what we do here is, there are little clips right here that you have to undo. And then push the arms aside so you can download it like that. Download it, you know what I mean. This will come in and it will connect at a couple points. There's a connection port right here that's going to plug up right here, and just various different places. You'll see when you get it together, it will sit in there just like that. You bring the head up and then you reconnect the shoulders here just like that. Bring that down, and now hook is attached. Let's do long haul next. So long hauls is very simple. Basically you move the wheels and you dump the truck. So here is our long haul. You take the wheels and they're on double hinges, and you just pull them down and out. This is like the DX9 ones. So at this point you just take this and bend it down. I'm not 100% sure if that's right. We'll find out when we get it in here. Now we take our Devastator and we use his ab crunch, and there is connection points here and here that will line up with the big point right here, and they'll go in right there. So drop him into place there and he will snap in. Did y'all hear that? Now bring this back down. This bit right here is going to plug in right here to these two. So these two will plug into this, and it's a matter of simply getting your spudger and getting it in here so that it fits appropriately, which actually is a lot harder than you would think it should be, or at least that I think it should be. This little bit, I understand why they did it this way, but man, it's a pain in the patootie to get it in here. It also doesn't help that hey folks, you know what I say, you see me struggling with it, you probably will too. I need to get this right there. Okay, now get my spudger in here. Alright, that's it. Do it the old 101, one-on-one way. Maybe if I can get one in, I can get the other one in. There, that one is in. That one is in place. Alright, so reconnecting everything here and dropping this one into place. Ah! Yes, it is that annoying. Part of the problem are the hips here, and they don't do what you want them to do, and it's just annoying. It also doesn't help that, there you go. Okay, I don't think that's correct, but let's there. Fold these down. And there's a pin right here that'll go into this little connection. That helps keep it secure. Alright, so now we've got 4 of the 6 on there. Let's move on to Bone Crusher. I can't remember if this is Bone Crusher or Scrapper, but it's not Scrapper. Whichever one the heck this is. Alright, basically all we do is, looks like just put him on there effectively. So, bringing out our Devastator. There's a port here that I figure the head's going to go through. And we pop this bit down so it's level. And then there's 2 connections here and 1 connection here, which will correspond to these 2 and this one. So, it should be as simple as lining it up and pushing them into place. And it appears that way. So, there's that one hooked in. Tell you what, this other one here, is this guy. Basically all we do with him is he's got a big connector port right here and one right here. So we have to open up your treads like this to get access to these ports right here. And they're just going to, and turned around properly, go in place like this and like this. Now we will spin the legs around on that ball joint, and there are various connection spots right here. We'll let you plug in the legs. You can see the divot here, how it works. So yeah, just wiggle it around until it'll plug in, and then just line your treads up properly, making sure that that stays in place. And my Bone Crusher here, whatever his name is, fell off. So yeah, alright, snapped in place. Alright, they're all on there. Give me a second and I will get him together and we'll look at him. So I've got him all together, but I have to tell you he's not the most stable thing I've ever seen. He is standing in at about 9.5 inches tall, shoulder to shoulder. Crap, we're going to go this way, about 5 inches. Depth wise, about 3.5. So he's not a small bot. Articulation wise, the head can go up a little bit, it can go down a little bit, left and right. Confused dog look. This thing will get out of the way to allow rotation all the way. He has a hinge that will allow him to take his arm that far out on both sides. Bicep rotation. That's a double jointed elbow, and he's got the chrome there at the connection, so that's nice. Push that back in. The wrist will go all the way around. It's got a flap out for some reason, but not in. The fingers, the thumb has a ball joint and one joint here, so it'll bend like that. The fingers are ball pegs, and they have one joint each, so they can go like that. Okay, well, that's nice. He can go all the way around. Usually we have that problem with the long hauls getting stuck and he can't rotate all the way around. He does have an ab crunch, and that's as far as you're going to get without something falling off. Let me just put it like that. The hip flaps will come up. Let him go all the way forward. He has a hip flap in the back. He can go all the way back, so he can easily do the American splits. Soft ratchets and the hip flaps get out of the way to allow for the full Chinese splits. So that's pretty good. Of course, this is a single unit. This is a single body, so it should allow that. The knee, y'all see that? This moved. Cool. 90 degrees on this one. Same thing on this one, so no difference left to right. Thigh rotation is built just below this joint. The bots give you a rocker like this, and then go forward, back, and a little bit, not much. Okay, can he hold his weapon? He's got the typical palm in the slot here. Yes. Well, the fingers aren't very happy curling around it. Okay, so yes, he can hold his weapon. So I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and do scale comparison, and I will go into final thoughts. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey Tom, I know how you love a Devastator, but didn't your wife tell you that if you bought another one, she was going to move in with him and kick you to the curb? I forgot that. Yep. Does that mean I'll be out on the street too? Probably. Crap. I'll go start apartment shopping. Spinster! Oh, God. Okay, folks. Let's talk about this. The playability in this thing is a little bit limited, but that is a typical thing that happens when you have a combiner. Parts fall off. They don't come together the way that you expect. They're not as solid as a solid piece. That type of thing happens. So if you're going to put him in a pose and put him on your shelf, I think you'll be perfectly fine with him. The materials, he does suffer from some build issues. This connector bit is solid. I haven't had any problems with it. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart or anything like that. The bots that combine to it, however, are a different story. And I don't think we can really separate this from its connector bits, if that makes sense. He holds the gun well, it's got electronics. I could have done without all that, but yeah. And I don't even care, it's a parts forming piece. It looks good. I don't like the color. I am hoping that Toy Hacks comes out with a sticker set to help it, but if they don't, they don't. The cost. Let's be honest. This thing costs more than a Fans Toys bot, and those are outrageous in my mind. The combiner bit alone, if I remember right, was either $60 or $70. I got it from Show Z, which means each of the 6 bots were in 2 packs were, let's just say, 60. Okay, 6 times 3 is 18. This was 18. That's $240 for this thing. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. This thing is not $240 quality. It's pretty, but it's not that. Having said that, if this was my first Transformer and I paid $150 for this thing, I'd still think it was too much. If I paid $100 for it, I'd be satisfied. I hope that helps. I can't be in the minority. I can't be the only person that thinks this type of thing is too expensive for what it is. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is Tom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
So, like, Tom wrote another book. It's like he just can't stop writing books or something. I don't understand. But he wrote another one. It's called The Djinn Chronicles Volume 2, Pain and Hope. Go read it. It's available on Amazon. Yeah, that's all I got to say. This was a paid promotion. Rah!